Hello. The following case was filed in the Court of Common Pleas, Philadelphia County, Civil Trial Division, January term 2009, number 2312. Irene Perry, plaintiff, versus Patricia Jackson Gray, defendant, versus Lewis Starkman Company, Larry M. Starkman, and Ingrid Johnson, additional defendants. This is a motion for reconsideration of Patricia Jackson Gray to grant of summary judgment to plaintiff counterclaim defendant Irene Perry, and in the alternative an application for a determination of finality of the October 27th, 2009 order pursuant to Pennsylvania Rules of Appellate Procedures, Rule 341C. The accompanying orders are as follows. Order, and now this blank day of blank 2009, it is ordered and decreed that upon reconsideration of the order of October 27th, 2009, granting summary judgment to plaintiff / counterclaim defendant Irene Perry, the order is vacated, the motion for summary judgment is denied by the court. The alternative order, and now this blank day of blank 2009, it is hereby ordered and decreed that the order of October 27th, 2009, granting summary judgment to plaintiff / counterclaim defendant Irene Perry is entered as a final order pursuant to Pennsylvania Rule of Appellate Procedures, Section 341C, by the court. The motion reads as follows. Defendant Patricia Jackson Gray, by and through self-representation, files this motion to reconsider the order granting Irene Perry's motion for summary judgment, and in the alternative, should the court elect not to vacate the order, this is an application to enter the order as a final order pursuant to Pennsylvania Rule of Civil Procedure, Pennsylvania Rule of Appellate Procedure, Rule 341C. Defendant Gray states as follows. 1. Plaintiff / counterclaim defendant Irene Perry filed a motion for summary judgment on January 8th, 2009. A true and correct copy of the motion is available on the electronic docket at Perry v. Gray v. Starkman et al., CCP, Philadelphia County, January term 2009, number 2312, and is incorporated herein as though fully set forth. 2. On June 22, 2009, defendant / plaintiff Patricia Jackson Gray filed an answer in opposition to the motion for summary judgment. A true and correct copy of the motion is available on electronic docket at Perry v. Gray v. Starkman et al., CCP, Philadelphia County, January term 2009, number 2312, and is incorporated herein as though fully set forth. 3. A rule returnable was issued on July 28, 2009, with a hearing date of August 27, 2009. 4. On August 13, 2009, defendant / plaintiff Patricia Jackson Gray filed a motion for a continuance due to medical reasons, which was granted with a new hearing date of October 27, 2009. 5. The court issued an order granting plaintiff/counterclaim defendant Irene Perry's motion for summary judgment dated October 27, 2009. Defendant/plaintiff Patricia Gray respectfully requests that this court reconsider the order granting the motion for summary judgment for the reasons set forth more fully in the memorandum of law filed herewith. That was number 6. Number 7, further, in light of the multiple parties and issues in this action, defendant/plaintiff Patricia Jackson Gray requests that if the court elects not to vacate its order granting the summary judgment, that the order be entered as an appealable final order pursuant to Pennsylvania Rule of Appellate Procedure 341C in order to promote judicial economy and, most importantly, the facilitation of resolution of the entire action. Wherefore, defendant/plaintiff Patricia Jackson Gray respectfully requests that this honorable court reconsider the grant of summary judgment to plaintiff/counterclaim defendant Irene Perry and vacate the order and deny the motion for summary judgment. In the alternative, should the court elect not to vacate the order, defendant/plaintiff Patricia Jackson Gray requested that the order be entered as a final order pursuant to Pennsylvania Rule of Appellate Procedure 341C. Respectfully submitted, Patricia Gray, pro se, November 1st, 2009. Verification. I verify that the statements made in the foregoing motion for reconsideration are true and correct to the best of my knowledge. I understand that false statements herein are made subject to penalties of 18 PACS Section 4904 relating to unsworn falsification to authorities by Patricia Gray, November 1st, 2009. Memorandum of Law in support of defendant Patricia Jackson Gray's motion for reconsideration of October 27th, 2009 order. Roman numeral 1, matter before the court. Before the court is a motion requesting that the court's order of October 27th, 2009 be vacated and the proposed order accepted that denies plaintiff/defendant Irene Perry's motion for summary judgment, and in the alternative, the order granting summary judgment is a final order pursuant to Pennsylvania Rule of Appellate Procedure 341C. Roman numeral 2, statement of questions involved. 1. Did Pennsylvania law permit Patricia Jackson Gray as a co-tenant owner of 5400 Marsh Street, Philadelphia, PA 19131 to demand that Irene Perry pay to Mrs. Gray her share of the rent? Suggested answer, yes. Number 2, did the trial court err